Hi folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report. Well, it's that time of year. It's a time of year when we're all coming out of our houses and going in the outdoors, and hopefully we're going fishing. But one of the things that I want you to be aware of is, and we've all been hearing it for years now, that we have ticks in our area, and these ticks carry diseases. And the one disease that we all know about, we all fear, is Lyme disease. And we know that one of the indications of Lyme disease is that bullseye that occurs where the tick bites you. You can see it. It spreads and it's big. Well, here's the bad news. Now there are two other diseases in our area brought to us by deer ticks that perhaps are even more dangerous than Lyme disease. And those two diseases are called anaplasma, and I may not pronounce this correctly, but I'm at least giving you some information that might help you, and babesia or babesia, whatever. But these are two more very, very serious diseases that are showing up in our area that are caused by people getting bit by deer ticks. And anaplasma is bacteria, and babesia is a parasite, and it causes symptoms similar to malaria. But both of these diseases can be so severe, so dangerous, that you have to know that you've been bitten and you have to get treated. You're not just going to get better. They can be fatal. And so, we have ticks, and we have millions of them now up in our area. And they don't die in the winter. They don't go away. They're still under the snow, under the ice, and now they're really prevalent. And I can remember a couple years ago wanting to go out this time of the year and going down near Waddington along the First Creek and wanting to find wanting to find crappies. I remember getting back to my car and looking down at myself, and I had walked through a field that had snow in it just recently, and I was covered with ticks. And it was almost like a shocking discovery. It's one thing to look down and see one of them on you, but to see a number of them that had come off the weeds and the grasses that I walked through, and it attached to me. And I guess the best thing is to have somebody, if you're close enough in a family, to someone that can inspect your body and look to see if you have ticks on you. It's as simple as that, because they're tiny. They don't show up. We can't see our own backs. We can't see parts of our body. And it's important to know this. Now, here's another thing that I think it's important to know. Well, if you get ticks on you, they don't bite you instantly. They may stay on your body and walk around and do whatever for a day before they really lock in and start to feed on you. And so, you have time. If you know you've been in an area where there's ticks, and honestly, there's ticks just about every place. There can even be ticks in our front yard. So it's important, if you're going out, to wear clothing that covers your skin, and also to inspect yourself afterwards. And that's one of the repercussions, or the situations that exist today that might not have existed years ago, that are part of our life, and we just have to deal with it. So be careful. But these two diseases, anaplasma and babesia, are both becoming more common. Now, one of the doctors that has researched this and treats people for this, he said in the past, if he treated 2 people in a year, that was a bad year. He said last year there were several dozen. So this is why, like so many things, times are changing, and we have an influx of not only something like this, but invasive species that we have in our area. It's important to be aware of them as well. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report.